So I know how odd this may seem. The way I look, the way I am dressed, my gloves, my biking gear, my road biking gear. I just came back from a 14-kilometer ride, and this memory hit me from a few years ago. And it was pretty much mid-April that time, when I was deep in the sorrow that I was feeling, and the agony and the pain with how I was going to help my boy overcome his insecurities and challenges and difficulties, the emotional ones, the physical ones, the behavioral ones. And one day it dawned on me that what he really needs to do is to exercise, to go to a sports class, and that he wasn't doing it because I wasn't setting an example for him. And that is the main role that we have as parents, to set an example. And nature has given us a tremendous gift, an amazing gift. Our children are constantly copying our behavior. This is not, something metaphysical. It is proven that their mind actually imitates the actions of our mind. So every activity that we do, consciously or subconsciously, our children model that. Their brain is constantly busy imitating our behaviors. So knowing that we have that gift, that's what I decided to do. I decided to go against my comfort and start waking up very early in the morning. And I started running at the age of 30, at my late 30s, where I wasn't doing any type of exercise for years and years. Started running, started exercising, and then one day, my coach told me, why don't you start swimming? And I love swimming. I used to do that as a child, and it was a great idea. And we scheduled to meet at 5:30 a.m. mid-April at the swimming pool, which I didn't know, but I assumed that it was an indoor swimming pool. Little did I know, it was an outdoor swimming pool. Mid-April. It was freezing. I was standing there at the verge of the swimming pool with my bathing suit on. It's cold outside. The air is freezing, and it is freezing inside. I put my foot in the water. It was so cold, and I was standing there asking myself, am I really going to do this? I'm going to dive into the water and start swimming at this cold? And while I'm asking myself, one person from my team jumps in, and another one, and another one. So I'm combating that voice in my head that says, just put your clothes on and go home. Don't do it. And then another voice came out, and that voice asked me, what if your child's life depended on it? What if your son's life depended on the fact that you overcome your discomfort, the cold, the discomfort, all these emotions, all these sensations, the fear of what you're going to do, and you actually did it? And with that one question, what if my son's life depended on it? I just dived into the water. And it wasn't easy, because it was very cold, and actually my face rejected it. They didn't want to go into the water because it was so cold. It was not a comfortable experience. And I was swimming, and again, I'm a swimmer from childhood. I know how to swim well. I was swimming for about 20-25 minutes, and then I said stop because my body temperature was dropping. And I went out of the water with an immense feeling, an immense sensation that I did something significant, that I overcame my personal, mental, and emotional difficulty. And the reason I did that was to set an example, a subconscious example, that it is possible to overcome any type of difficulty. So that was my first experience going back into the water. And since then, I have been swimming regularly. And the funny thing is that I was setting a model not just for my children, but also to my husband, who was also a swimmer at a very young age. And then he decided to go back swimming as well. And the funny thing, the amazing thing was that as soon as summer season came and the swimming pool in our neighborhood opened up, my son, who was not willing to go into the water, who was not willing to feel water on his face, doesn't matter if it was in the shower or in a swimming pool, since he saw me and he saw my husband doing these things, all of a sudden his fear of water was gone. His inability to touch water was gone. His anxiety from having water sparkle all over his face with his physical sensitivity, all that disappeared. He jumped into the water just like I did a few months beforehand in that freezing April morning, and he became a swimmer ever since. And I am grateful for that gift that nature or the creator or the maker gave us. The fact that our children constantly learn from us by looking at us, not by listening to us, by looking at our action and imitating that, copying that. And that's what I do whenever I see my child misbehave or feel bad or anything that I see outside in my children. I realize that it's a reflection of me, and the first thing I want to change is me. The first thing I want to take responsibility over is my behavior, my thinking, my emotional structure, and I work on that. And it always amazes me that really quickly it starts to show in my children, which are basically my reflection, God's gift to me to know where I should improve and where I should change. So this is it from me so far. I want to say that me and my team created a special script, a special meditation for you to play for your to read for your children after they go to sleep. So I'm going to make sure to leave you a link to that script in the comments below or somewhere in this page, so you can download that and start empowering them and start reading them those positive whispers while they're asleep. And just do the first step to help your children overcome their emotional and behavioral difficulties. So really have a wonderful day, and we'll be in touch soon. Bye-bye.